Welcome back to the Detroit Lions, Fonza. What a game it was, just going down to the wire like I knew it was going to be a tough game against Chicago, a division game, but what surprised me more than anything was that 12-man. The fans came out and they were just so electrified. I was not expecting. I knew it was going to be pretty up there, but man, that was amazing to just see all the fans come out there and help out their team. And 9 false starts against the Chicago Bears. I mean, that's good. You gotta love it. It's going to be tough to play in Detroit. So I'm seeing a lot of good victories here, and we got the 49ers coming up. But first, I want to talk about the game a little bit. I want to give props to Jay Cutler, because in that game he really didn't have much time, but we had so many. We could have had so many sacks on him. The guy just kept making so many adjustments. So I'd like to give props to Jay Cutler in that regard. And the Bears did play us tough. We had a couple mistakes ourselves. Kind of some miss plays, especially on offense. A couple penalties negating some stuff, and we also had a couple penalties on defense. Chicago Bears had some deep penalties, so there was just penalties all over the place. But it happens. You have some games, and those are things that can be corrected going further into the season. And what can I say? Megatron and Javid Best. Oh my goodness, I got the Javid Best jersey on today. But yeah, man, Javid Best came out and he played good. It was nice to see Barry Sanders out there, and it was just the whole thing was electrifying. It was great to get that win, go 5-0. And let's get on to the picks for this week. And then, okay, first you got Carolina, Atlanta. That's going to be a good game, but I'm going to go with Carolina right now. I like what I'm seeing out of Cam Newton. Guys are doing it right now. Atlanta coming off a tough loss against Green Bay, but hey, the Packers are a team that they're the team to beat right now. They're still the defending world champs and haven't been beaten, so as of right now, they're the team to beat. So yeah, well, I'm going to go with Carolina in this game. And then you got Philadelphia and Washington. Philly having it tough right now. I mean, I want to pick Philadelphia, but Washington's not really making too many mistakes right now. But I think Philadelphia can win this game. But are they going to limit the mistakes? Because they've had a lot of them. If it's not tackles on the defensive side, or guys not tipping the ball and he gets intercepted on the offensive side, it's just a number of things these guys got going. But they could be a good team, but can they put it all together? So right now I'm going to have to go to Washington until they can prove that. Then you got the poor Rams going up against Green Bay. They just haven't been able to get it going, so their receivers are having a tough time catching at times. And going against the Packers D, and they're in Lambeau, this is just going to be a tough game. I can't see the Rams winning this right now, but they might get a couple plays downfield with the secondary of the Packers being a little shaky right now, so they should have some minimal success throwing the ball. But Green Bay will win this game. That's what I believe anyway, because anything can happen any given Sunday. So, and then you got Indianapolis and Cincinnati. I'm going to go with Cincinnati here. It should be definitely a decent game, because Indianapolis, they've been coming out and playing, so they're not quite as bad as a record. I'd say they're at least a 1-4 team, but I got to go with Cincinnati right now. They're looking good. I like what Marvin Lewis is doing. Mike Zimmer with that defense. A.J. Green's looking good. Andy Dalton's not looking too bad, so we'll go with Cincinnati right here. And then you got Buffalo and the Giants. The Giants coming off a tough loss. Buffalo coming off a win against Philadelphia. It's kind of like another one of those games. Can the Giants limit their mistakes? I mean, they can win this game, but I don't know if they're going to limit their mistakes. You got to be careful in that pass game. Cruz had a nice catch, but then he had the tipped one, so you got to limit your mistakes. So right now, Buffalo's they're ball hawks in their secondary, so I'm gonna go with Buffalo right now. They're not making too many mistakes, and they're winning ball games. But should be a decent game. But I do expect Buffalo to win this one. Then you got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just looking. They be in Pittsburgh now. I don't want to pick against them right now. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh in this one. Then you got the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. Raiders coming off of a big win. I'm happy for them with the passing of Al Davis and all that going on. And I think I'm gonna go with Oakland to make it too. I'm gonna go with Oakland here, and McFadden's looking good. I think I'm picking them to keep this train going, keep the train going. And you got Houston and Baltimore. Should be a decent game. I don't believe Andre Johnson will be playing. Baltimore coming out of their bye, so they should be rested, a little more healthy on the defensive side. So decent game, but I really feel Baltimore just has them outweighed right now, especially without Andre. If Andre doesn't play, so I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore in that one. Then you got who's this? Tampa. Alright, yeah, Tampa and the Saints. Tampa coming off a big loss against the 49ers. They're not quite as bad as that. They just probably had one of those games you gotta execute. Didn't execute, and then probably came out a little flat, but I expect them to play a little better this week, but I cannot pick against New Orleans. The Saints, I believe, will win this game. But they will play tough. It's a division game, like I say. The division games are always closer than... Even if a team's bad in the division, you got to look at it that way. They know each other. But yeah, the Saints should win this game. Then you got Dallas and New England. I'm looking forward to this one. Should be relatively high scoring. I don't see how the Cowboys stopping Tom Brady unless they can get to him with their front, and then the flip side, if they can get to Tony Romo, because you know how things go. But if Romo can take care of the ball, they have a chance in this one. But I'm still gonna have to pick New England. They're just too hot right now, and no one's really been able to rattle them too much except the Bills, who got the picks, but they really didn't stop them. You got to get turnovers somehow, and that's not easy to get against Tom Brady. So I'm gonna go with New England here. Keep it going, improve to 5-1, and then you got Minnesota and Chicago. Tough one to pick, division game. Javid Best did have some good yards running the football, but they got Adrian Peterson coming in, and we know what he can do. But the thing is, a couple of the runs, like the big one Javid had going up there, that he I believe it was Lance Briggs over pursued going after Stafford when he did the rollout on the fake, so that made it open for Best. But when it's Adrian Peterson, you know what to expect, so I expect them to be a little more stiff in their run defense. Tough one for me to pick, but it's in Soldier Field, so I'm gonna go with the Bears here. I think these two teams will go to 1-1 this season, but right now I'm gonna go with Chicago. But if Minnesota does get the upset, I won't be surprised. But I'm gonna go with Chicago right here to finally get back in that win column for the week. Then you got the Monday night game, Miami and New York Jets. I'm not sure what Miami has done on their little bye, but I'm picking the Jets to get back on track here as well. But well, we'll see what happens with the Dolphins. I have no idea if they made any adjustments with Chad Henne being out and all, but we're going to see how this goes. It should be a good division game, and then, of course, you got the 49ers and Detroit Lions. 5-0, baby, but we got the 49ers coming into town, and, you know, they're looking pretty nice. I honestly thought this was going to be a game where, you know, it wasn't going to be like super easy, like it wouldn't be like a drag, like we're going to roll over them, but I thought it would be a comfortable win. But these 49ers, they're looking nice. So can't take this game lightly, and this will be a game, I believe, that will go down to the wire. This is one of the toughest teams we played defensively. Gotta be tough. These guys are tough. They got a run game. They've got some good defense. We got to play these guys tough, and we got to take it serious. We're at home, so that helps us in that regard. We got the crowd noise. Hopefully get a lot of people up in there, but the 49ers are playing some ball, so we got to be ready for them. Probably try and get Javid Best to run a little bit, to try and pick up some yards, you know, just so we can be a little more balanced, because they got some pretty tough pass rushers too. They got a very stiff defense. They got some guys that will strip you, so they got to be pretty stellar on how you hold the ball and what have you. But this will be a good game, and I'm looking forward to this one. The 49ers are looking good, and props to Alex Smith and Frank Gore and Vernon Davis, of course. You got some good people. You know, I like what I'm seeing with Harbaugh over there. He's doing a great job of bringing that team up and coming. So I like what I'm seeing out of the Niners, and let's keep it going. Detroit Lions. My pick for this game. Wow, it's going to be just one of those games you just never know. Well, one of the hardest ones for me to pick so far of this season. But I do think the Lions will win, being the fact they're at home. If this was in San Fran, I might shift it, but I might still pick the Lions. But right now, the 49ers are playing some good ball. Got to take this game serious, but this is going to be close. So a lot of Lions fans I've talked to are looking forward to this game too. But I'll pick Detroit to go 6-0. But this is going to be a good game, and it will be a measuring stick for both these teams to just see where they're at. You know, both coming up, getting some big wins. Can they keep it going? And we'll see which team is better on Sunday. I'm picking the Lions to go 6-0, but I'm looking forward to this game. It's going to be a good one, you guys. See you next time on the Detroit Lions Fonza, and leave your comments below and tell me what you think, and I'll see you soon. Looking forward to this game. I know the Niner fans,